Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Javon Show. Today, it is 420, and I said, I need some 420 specialists. I need somebody that could kind of help me be at peace with myself. And I realized it's going to take two beautiful young ladies. So I brought on two beautiful young ladies to help me out today. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to produce. My mind is. I would like to present to you Miss Brande and Miss Danielle. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good. Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. We're going to get to my connects being totally absent today and putting me in a bum mood in a moment. But for right now, please explain to us who are Danielle and who are Brande and what company do you guys represent?
Okay. You want me to go first?
Sure. So I'm Brande Elise, and I am who am I?
Yeah, you as Brande.
Sure, Brande Elise. Hold on, I'm grabbing Ruby Rose.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Danielle Gray, and I own a marketing firm, DG Marketing. So my background is marketing in a lot of speaking opportunities and talk about marketing, content marketing, digital marketing, social media, all those things. So I come from that background and doing, a lot of branding stuff and all of that. And then Brande Elise.
Hello, I'm Brande Elise. I do voiceover work here at home in my closet, and I come up with a lot of fun ditties. If you've ever heard Georgia Natural Gas, it was probably me.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm social networker, butterfly down here in Atlanta, and I think my mission in life is just to make sure everyone is being their best self.
And she's a host. She's being very chill about this, but she's been doing some really awesome things. She was on Atlanta Housewives last night, which was really surreal to see her. And
I knew I saw you somewhere. You're going, what? Now listen, this is I know that my brain is really fried right now, but I know that somewhere. What did you do on Atlanta Housewives?
So last night was Kandi and Todd's surrogate baby shower. Mm-hmm. And we filmed it maybe 6 months ago, but it finally aired last night for the season finale. So it was really cool. I was interviewing, Cynthia and Kandi and Todd and the family and Ace and asked them about, Blazer. What was it? Blaze or what was the other option? Banks. Yeah. So Blaze won. That's why Blaze came to mind. But it was a really cool experience. And I didn't think I'd be covered in it that much. And it was like, bring it.
It was really cool.
That is so cool. So you guys have a business. You talked about your branding. You talked about your voiceover work and all your entertainment stuff. But let's talk about CBD oil since it is 420 and
yes.
Season. So tell me about your company.
So our company name is UNOIA, which means beautiful thinking. So a lot of people may have heard about CBD in that, it's, they think that it's weed or something like that. It is not weed. Okay, let's start there.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Right, for 420 purposes.
Unfortunately.
Right, exactly. So, so we have a CBD company, and we started with doing honey and agave, so CBD infused honey and agave. But we've been doing this for 2 years. We've been creating a brand, doing more and more, and we believe that you hear a lot about the CBD world, and we really focus more on mindfulness, and that's where the whole beautiful thinking concept came from. And beautiful mind, mental health, self-care, because that's how we see CBD, not just it's a medical benefit. It is, but we also have take the angle of mindfulness approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting messages on different platforms where people are listening. So one of the people said that CBD is similar, or CBD versus regular weed is similar to the Don't Rush Challenge. It's like the before and after. So CBD is the before, and then the weed after you do the
it depends on how you take it. For me, because we are also cannabis advocates.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if you caught my Instagram today, but I've been lighting it up because I was one of those people who was so not an advocate for so long. We're both very late bloomers. We're
both college athletes.
Yeah,
so
we weren't even thinking about that at all. And now we understand the benefits. And I'm kind of glad we didn't go so hard then, because I don't know if I would be the same person or be as productive or, then, but now I know
how to walk that back too. So
yeah.
And I think that as far as the question, it just depends on how much you have. For me, CBD is that relaxation. It's like it brings me to a very comfortable space. I like to do it before meditation, during yoga, just so it's like it's an easier way to get to that mindfulness place. It's like just a boost to get there rather than sitting there for 30 minutes to an hour trying to just get your mind right. So it helps you along the way. THC is great if you're in the mood, but a lot of us, as far as working and all that stuff, like we can't do that. So I think THC, depending on how much you use, can lay you out for sure, but also I wouldn't say it's don't rush necessarily, because it's like a creative high. Like, I mean, I think they both have their benefits. I wouldn't say one's,
I think so too.
Yeah, one's like the messed up version.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's
and you know what? For all the THC users, don't completely discount, CBD, because I was so one of those people. And once you try CBD, you realize that it's a very euphoric and just, like Danny was saying, brings you to center. I know I have a lot of voices going. I can't imagine how many other people have several different stations going at the same time, and they can't figure out where the center one is, So CBD, it really helps, especially if you're about to be in traffic or be in a situation that's really uncomfortable. It's really amazing to take. For instance, we have an artist that takes our product before they get on stage, and they can't smoke. They're like, I want to be here. I want to be present. I want to connect with the audience. And which you'll find that people when they use CBD, it's just a different calm that you experience. And they'll say it too. They're like, I'm not high. I feel awesome.
It's like we're not even used to having that kind of like calm in our lives. And unfortunately, we're back to unfortunately, So I think that they have their places, both of the CBD and
there's a time and a place.
Exactly. Like today, pick your poison.
Somebody else is asking, so what exactly is the difference then between the two if they're both taking you to the same place?
Sure. So one is just more extreme than the other.
And
so
psychoactive.
Right. So CBD is no psychoactivity going on. There is no Pluto planet. Okay. But CBD is no psychoactive. So you're just calm. It heals you. It takes away inflammation. It can really just bring you to center and bring you calm. And that is all that some people require. Some people don't want to go that next step, And
it helps a lot with anxiety, especially in today's world, and a lot of people not knowing what to do next. And they don't want to take all these pills because, as you may know, you take one pill, it helps one thing, but it messes up something else or whatever the case is. So we're just going more the holistic route. If you look at CBD more like, this is a Hold on, can you hear us now?
For some reason it went mute, but
now we can't hear you.
Huh?
You can't hear me now?
No. And then we'll talk.
Yes.
Keep talking.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I think as far as CBD, as far as the big differences, we're talking about just relaxation, helps with anxiety, helps with centeredness, mindfulness,
inflammation
sleep is a big one. Yeah.
Stress,
sleep
is amazing. If you have too much CBD, what's wonderful about this product, worst that could happen, because you can't overdose on it. It's amazing in high doses because nothing will happen to you other than the fact that you just sleep it out, which that's pretty safe sounding to me. Right. If we're going with coping mechanisms, especially during this pandemic.
Right.
Can you guys hear me now?
No.
Okay.
I can read
I can see that over there.
Okay.
Okay. So what? So the question is, what does our company do with CBD? So we have several different products. So we started off with honey and agave. Well, we started with honey because with Brande, she does do voiceover.
Yes.
So doing smoking wouldn't really help. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna close out. I think my Zoom is trying to take over here.
Oh, can you hear me now then?
I was on work calls, and then that was there. Okay. So
okay,
now I can hear you.
Quit that job.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do. But no, with the so we started with honey for Brande with the voiceover stuff, and then we have a lot of vegan friends, and so they were like, "Well, we would love to have some honey, but we don't have honey." Right. So Agave,
Agave product. Right. What next?
Yeah, I mean, just listening to our customers, and then we realized agave is great in cold drinks, great in smoothies, because sometimes honey tends to crystallize. So we put it in, what are all the
margaritas will never be the same.
Yeah, it helps with social anxiety. Yeah. Yeah.
You're going too fast.
It's so many uses.
CBD and margaritas.
Yes.
We have a restaurant that buys CBD agave from us called Virgil's here in Atlanta.
Virgil's Gullah Kitchen in College Park.
And people, what they do is there's an additional add-on fee. So it's like an extra $10, I believe, for like a UNOIA bomb. And you put it in your drink, and it really does help with your social anxiety. It balances you out if you're too high.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know it brings you back to equilibrium.
CBD helps with that.
CBD is amazing. It's like it's one of those all-in-ones,
I may never drink water again.
You have to have water. You could put some CBD in water.
Yeah, you could, and they have CBD drinks.
And we have drops as well that we are pre-selling right now on our website.
Right,
and you can also add them into your drink, so you can put it underneath your tongue. They call it sublingualing. Teach you some lingo instead of oral. Underneath your tongue is called something else, but it's super. CBD is awesome.
Well, and then as far as the other products, we have muscle relief. So there's the ingestibles, which is the CBD agave, honey, and oral drops. But it's also coming from both of us being really into health and being into working out and being, like I said, former college athletes. Yeah. We know what it takes to make sure you're taking care of yourself as far as your body as well. So we have topicals, muscle relief, and a soothing salve that is really great for massages as well. Because again, CBD helps with inflammation. So, I mean, it's really
in chronic pain.
Yeah.
Like
back problem. Yes. Yeah. All that stuff.
I had one of our ones from one of the other streams asked, why haven't they mentioned the site yet? I'm ready to buy. Why?
Okay.
What's the site again?
We wanted to build it.
Right, buildable. No, so our website is World of UNOIA, UNOIA. worldofunoia.com, and you can get the honey and agave like right now. We actually are going through a full-on brand launch. Just some background, I designed everything that you see within the website, from the logo to the packaging, everything, because again, I had that marketing background, so it helps with that. So you see it, please let us know your feedback. We love like that. We're all about the brand. But yeah, so you can buy honey and agave. We have subscriptions available that will be starting in June. We're getting all new packaging, so it'll be here by mid-May. Yeah. And then you can pre-order the drops. All of those things should be getting out and shipped within 2 to 3 weeks. So please make sure you pre-order. Yes. We would love for you to support.
And we are looking for certified beautiful thinkers.
Yes.
So we're going to take a little piece out of the Mary Kay manual and hire us some consultants.
Yes.
Nice.
And we are going to try to put some money in folks' pockets. Yeah. But first, we're going to educate you on CBD. Anyone that sells our product has to go through our training, our curriculum that we're CBD putting together. This is going to be incredible. No other CBD company that I know of is doing this and training employees to make sure that everyone is clear on what CBD is.
And the other thing is we're empowering people during this process of, a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are having issues trying to figure out how to make money. And we were like, how can we empower our community while also empowering ourselves? And Absolutely. That's a way for us to kind of give back.
And just so people know, we will have a link to their site on our page, on all of our platforms, so you can go directly there. Have I already done part 1 and 2 of the curriculum? Am I ready to start starting based off of this interview today? Because
I think you're probably about part 1. 0.5. But what we talk about, a lot of what we talk about are, and we have someone that's a professional, so we're not even the ones going to be teaching it. We're professionals too, but they live this. But they're going to talk a lot about the history, because there was a horrible, I should say a great marketing campaign to make marijuana really horrible
by the government themselves.
Yes, and it was they did a really great job.
Yeah. And I remember watching, and again, I'm a kid from the 90s. I know that both of y'all are way too young to remember this. I remember, I know y'all way too young, but
I don't know. We'll see.
I remember. We the same age.
You ain't 57. Wait a minute.
You ain't either.
Right.
So I remember when they would be like, weed is whack and you don't want to get up on that dope. And, dope will start making you crazy and all that other stuff.
At least balance you out.
Right. And people like, now you can tell back in the day, some of them really needed some drugs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They did use drugs like that back in the day to help heal people, like cocaine and like all those things. But guess what? Everything in moderation. And when you take those things too far, those studies are now, they don't mean anything, because now we have people walking around here looking crazy.
Yeah.
It's the epidemic of drugs in our country is unreal, because they've allowed this to happen. It could have been stopped so many times, but this was an attack. I somewhat believe on people of color as well, because the laws that were then shaped, that are in place now were to provide. They didn't like us on that stuff because we were smart, and because we were clear, and we didn't cause fights, and we were just peaceful people, but this was an attack, and now we have to get it back. And having a Black-owned, all-woman-owned company is pretty cool.
Wow.
And it's our way to kind of get back, because there's too many Black and brown people behind bars because of this industry. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like our fight back, and we realize it's very hard to get into, but we've been really plugging away for the last 2 years, and we believe in our product. We know we have the best product. We have lab tests to prove it. We, because don't buy CBD from the gas station, okay?
Please.
Because there's just so many things like, oh, that didn't work. No, you didn't give it a fair try. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of different things that are out there, and because there's not a lot of regulations, it's hard to trust. And that's why we come from the education space of, let's educate you so that you can be a better consumer. Or if you want to take the next step and be a consultant to help your friends and family and loved ones to get off those prescriptions that are, horrible for them. Maybe they can look at CBD and see what it can do for them. But again, our products particularly don't have any THC. So if you take a drug test, you are okay. Sure. It is 100% legal. Our CBD is from hemp. Like you are good to go. You are not in a bad space at all.
And I need to stay in a good space. There's you don't buy CBD from gas stations. You don't buy sushi from gas stations. You don't buy sex pills from gas stations. Go get gas. Get gas.
Those things. Yes, exactly. Gas station. I like to get Kit Kats there. But other than that, I think that we
still gotta look at the date.
Right, because them gummy worms do be expired sometimes.
They look at a little. When you go and you see like a little dust on it, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't get that one.
Not okay.
It's the clear bag with the red. You can do the 2-for-1s, and it's only like a little bit in there, but you're like, come on, let's do it.
You were growing up on a budget.
Right.
I like the creepy crawler ones though, but if they were being stingy, I did the 2-for-1.
Now I'm confused because you said that you Brande.
Yes.
That you done a little bit today, right? To celebrate 420.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was supposed to mellow you. You seem to be on a.
So you caught me in the middle of needing more.
Well, but also you should talk about the difference between sativa and indica. There's a huge difference.
True. So I haven't done sativa for most of the day because we've had orders going out and we had work things that we've had to do for the business. But I really enjoy a good sativa so I can actually clean and get things done. It's called, daytime cannabis.
Yes. Sativa is like that, like chill, like I guess not chill, but
it's like focused,
you don't fall
it's head
asleep.
high, it's not body sunken in the couch sort of. It's it's active, it's sociable, it's talkative. But I will be hitting that indica shortly.
And honestly, it's 2020. I think people have a perception that like what weed was in the 80s, 90s, like it's a completely different It's a different world.
There are weeds specifically for hormones, and it's weeds specifically for cramps and for, stress and just everything you could think of. So it's so hard to say nowadays, like, you're smoking that grass. It's like, nah, actually Purple Rain is really going to help me get to sleep tonight. And I'm not mad at it. And I was such an anxious individual because my mother's pretty anxious too. And I told her, I've been trying to encourage her. I was like, have some tea. Just put some honey in the tea, please. Because, that generation is terrified. So what we found is that the honey and agave is really easy for our first timers to just, work with. Because
it's already a part of their routine. Mm-hmm. And that's why we were really big about the honey and agave. It's like, this is something you're already doing.
Yeah.
And we tell people, if you do put honey in your tea or something like that, if you need more honey, just put regular honey in. Because some people will just keep on putting more honey packs, and it's like, you're gonna be real chill.
It's like, it's a chill that's on some, like, how you doing? Fine. Like, there's like no reaction. I called her one day and I had too much because we were testing it out and I was in traffic. And I was like, okay, bet, I'm gonna be real.
She had a lot.
Yo, nothing bothered me. Like, I was sitting in traffic and I called her and I was like, babe.
Yeah.
And you see how hype I am, right? I was like, I think I had too much, but with like no expression.
Right.
And I just felt like my hand would just drop, you know what I mean?
And this was Atlanta traffic?
What'd you say?
And this was Atlanta traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
When I was in Atlanta from 2013 to 15, and I needed like a couple bottles a day.
Yeah. It lingers long. You'd have been okay.
Ooh, my nerves be shot.
No, the nerves are bad. I mean, traffic is bad, and we always talk about that. That is the ultimate test of CBD. So wherever you are, anybody that's watching, try CBD when you go into in right now. Obviously, not much traffic going on, but like in stressful situations or something that feels like it's intense, I would definitely suggest trying CBD before that, see what it feels like. And something else that we're doing, we want to make sure people are mindful of what they feel beforehand. So we recommend people writing down like, hey, actually, I do feel tension in my neck. I feel a little bit here. I feel this there. And so that, by the time they have it 30 minutes later to an hour, and we suggest at least 14, you should do it at least 14 times to really get a feel for it. But, that's really what it's about. It's about routine and being mindful about what's already bothering you, and also checking in back with your body to make sure that it actually is working. Sorry, our dog is going nuts.
Sorry.
Give them some CBD to
we sure do.
And
they knock out.
And dogs can have
don't
CBD
play with
too.
Me. You already know these are adult dogs. We can quiet
dogs can have CBD.
Yes, absolutely. And they because they have separation anxiety too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So what kind of CBD is in her glass of wine this afternoon?
What kind of?
You can put agave in there.
Yep.
You can put a couple drops of the tincture in there too.
Yeah.
Now you were talking about sativa, and what was the other one?
Well, so that's THC. That is like a whole, but that's sativa and indica, and that is weed related. So the CBD overall, it's pretty much straightforward. And it's not, the more you have it, the more it'll kind of lay you down and relax you. But the less you have, it's more of just a centering. And that's what, like, our honey and agave is 15 milligrams. So which is a half a dose. So people can kind of just fill it out. And another part about this is that people feel like, okay, well, I had the same as much as her and it didn't help. Everybody, just like your fingerprint, just as different as everybody's fingerprint is, that's how our endocannabinoid system is different as well.
Yes, it is.
So everybody's going to be different. Just like that little corner of brownie may have laid somebody out and didn't lay somebody else out. That's kind of what it is. Everybody's very different. So you have to kind of just try and see what works for you. Honey may not work for some. Oil drops may work for somebody else. Topicals maybe, it just kind of depends.
But it's also important to give it some time to work, because I remember when I was in Vegas and I got some gummies. They were prescription, because in Vegas, they make you get a prescription for it, even though they just met you. But so I got prescription, and I got prescription gummies, and I got prescription chocolate. So I took the prescription gummies, And I'm just, just eating away, nothing happening. I'm like, let me go ahead and start biting into this chocolate. I got halfway through that chocolate.
Okay.
At like 8:30 in the evening. It was about 1:30 the next afternoon when I woke up.
Oh, I know it.
I was done.
So with that being said, I'm going to segue to this because that in those moments, CBD is very helpful to bring you back down. So if you were more of like, you know what, I don't know about this CBD thing, I'm good with my THC, that's cool. Well, we are all for that. We just can't legally do that right now in Georgia. Right. But I think that, with the CBD, it can really, so you're not completely knocked out for like a whole 2 days after you decide to have some gummies.
And piggybacking on that, this is why the honey and agave is kind of dope, because it's buildable. So the dose that we sell is half of the regular dose. Mm-hmm. The regular dose is 30 milligrams. So ours are 15. So you could have a 15, and after maybe about 30 minutes, if you feel that you need more, have more then, and just build it instead of it being 500 milligrams, take it or leave it, Yeah. People need to know that there's a progression if you need that.
And we've made it like super manageable. So our honey and agave packets are $5 a piece. So, and we online, we sell them because we wouldn't, when it's person to person, in-person events, like we can actually sell one at a time, but we do 7-pack, 14-pack, and 30-pack. So basically like a week, 2 weeks in a month. And people can sign up and do those subscriptions. Absolutely. But that's how the consultants will get paid, is that they'll be selling subscriptions and get paid every month as long as the subscription lives. So we're not trying to win. We want everybody to win. And if you decide to stop selling subscriptions after 6 months, you still make that money until. So another part of the website that you can, if you are interested in, like, I can make some extra money here. Go to worldofunoia.com/CBT. That's Certified Beautiful Thinkers. That's what it stands for. Or you can go to the regular website and look at consultants, and you can see where to apply. And you can go through that whole process there.
You guys are definitely some beautiful thinkers. And I mean, what amazing business, amazing people. I know we only have 2 minutes left in our time, and I want to respect you guys. This 4:20 time today. Hey, we're 8 minutes past 4:20. Do you know that at 4:20,
we're on the East Coast.
It was 4:20, and at 4:20 there were 420s. I saw that today, and I was like, I need to smoke.
We're not doing bad. It's a good day.
Yeah,
right,
man.
It's a good day. So before I let you guys go, though, is there a difference? Somebody, again, I don't know why people on Facebook aren't asking these questions, but on the other platforms, thank God for the other platforms. Okay. There's a difference between the peace pipe, or not the peace pipe, but smoking it out of the they use the I'm trying to break it down to the real term. So you got a vape pen. Thank you.
Yes.
A vape pen and a pill. Is there a difference? And I know we only have a minute, but what would you all suggest in that situation between a vape pen and a pill?
So the best way to take any type of cannabis product is orally. It is hands down the best way, because you're not burning it. You're not breaking it down in any way. It's just pure, right? The oil pens, this is what I'll say. The oil pens are okay, but you will get most of your benefit from pure flower. So when you put it in that oil, you're hurting your lungs, because when you're pulling on that pen, it is literally, like, I know for me personally, I can speak for myself, it strips my throat. And I know some people have said that they have hard times breathing after using it and have respiratory issues. Yes. Yeah. And a lot of people, they think that there's a benefit in spending a small amount of money for the month to have that, but you are literally blowing your lungs and you're hurting them. And there are safer ways to do it. And what I would suggest is, if you were to choose to smoke that way, maybe just do it less often and have another alternative way to use.
And I would say also, when you do ingest, it's in your bloodstream and things, so it stays around longer. So again, if you are okay with that, which, with CBD pills, but whatever you're doing, just remember, keep in mind that stays in your body longer. Vape, that's, that comes and goes, because it's just like it's inhaled.
What I will say, the vape also alters your actual equilibrium. When you have too much of that, it throws you off balance. So when you go back to flower, it may not work, quote unquote, because it's a different high. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you guys for sharing that with me and with our listeners and our viewers today. Again, if you guys want more information, it's World of UNOIA. Did I pronounce that right?
UNOIA.
UNOIA.
Yeah.
UNOIA.com. And don't forget to like and share today's podcast so that others can hear about the benefits of UNOIA. And everything that CBD offers. And maybe you've got a friend that wants to become a consultant. Share this with them so they can get in touch with Miss Brande and with Danielle.
Danielle. And make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're at World of UNOIA. So
please go there. And and take in less than I took in today, because the first thing that goes to memory. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you ladies so much for joining on the 420 holiday. And I look forward to your great success. I look forward to your voice work, maybe doing the opening credits for the Javon show and you doing the marketing.
You know it. I love it.
You both have sisters that might, need a 40-year-old divorce kid. We'll talk offline. So I thank the ladies of UNOIA for coming through today. Again, like and share today's podcast and making sure that we can get as many people associated with UNOIA and get them locked into the system and let them benefit from all of the great things that they're doing at UNOIA. The World of UNOIA. The World of UNOIA.com. I'm about to get out of here and literally light up something. You all have a great day. God bless you.
Thank you. Wait, hold on. I want to leave you with this.
Come on back in here. What you want to leave me with?
You have just watched the Javon Show.
Boom. You just got it. You better take
boom,
it.
Boom,
Wait, I need a clean version of that. Can you do that?
No, I will. Send me what you want me to say, and I'll send it to you.
Listen, whatever you.
I got you.
I just want you to say it right now, real quick, just so my ears. Because what is that ACRUP? That thing that auditory stimulation thing that people.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. Okay, hold on, and go.
You are now listening to the Javon Show.
Okay, she called me Siobhan, but that's my dog. Okay,
so say it again.
Give me
Javon.
Ooh,
Javon.
Got you. Here we go.
I got goosebumps. Okay, one more time. And go.
You have been listening to the Javon Show. Did I do it wrong again?
If y'all don't give her a contract today.
That's what I'm saying.
For whatever. Hey, do me a favor. Yes, we're still live and I don't care. Can you do World of UNOIA?
Oh, yeah.
Let me hear.
Add it to it.
Welcome to World of UNOIA, where we think beautifully. Beautiful thinkers.
Drops mic. Literally. If I could drop it, I would drop it.
We're 4 minutes over our time and I don't care. Where does your voice come from?
Listen to me. I got teased about this voice my entire life. They called me white. They're like, what are you trying to be white? And da-da. Yo, the fact that I make money off my voice is comical.
You call me white today? God, Lee, can you sing too?
I bet you I could if I got some lessons, but no. I could do Macy Gray. I try to say goodbye and I choke.
Yeah.
I try to walk away and I stumble.
But I try to hide it. Now I gotta deal with this.
My world crumbles when you are not near. That's that rasp. Come on.
Listen.
Hallelujah.
I'm just going to start. Listen, let them know today. I'm just going to start sending you everything that I need read. Here's the Bible.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple free ones.
Man, listen. Okay, I've had way too much fun today. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Javon Show. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was